Hi, welcome to my book talk. Today I'm going to do a book talk on Arrow to the Sun. It's by Gerald McDermott. It's a Pueblo Indian tale. It's a Caldecott winner, so as soon as I saw the pictures, I knew that I had to do another video book talk. On the front, you can see here, the artwork is very vibrant and colorful, and that's going to continue throughout the book. This one's a little bit shorter than the last, so I will have time to read it. So you open it, and I love the black back lay, and then the front is just so vibrant with so much color. Okay. Long ago, the Lord of the Sun sent the spark of life to Earth, which is great. Obviously, already some symbolism starting here. It traveled down the rays of the sun through the heavens, and it came to the Pueblo. There it entered the house of a young maiden. In this way, the boy came into the world of men. So here he is. So here he is as an adult, obviously. He lived and grew and played in the Pueblo, but the other boys would not let him join their games. "Where is your father?" they asked. "You have no father." They mocked him and chased him away. The boy and his mother were sad. "Mother," he said, "one day I must look for my father. No matter where he is, I must find him." So the boy left home. He traveled through the world of men and came to Corn Planter. "Can you lead me to my father?" he asked. Corn Planter said nothing, but continued to tend his crops. The boy went to Potmaker. "Can you lead me to my father?" asked the boy. Potmaker said nothing, but continued to make her clay pots. Then the boy went to Arrowmaker, who was a wise man. "Can you lead me to my father?" Arrowmaker did not answer, but because he was wise, he saw that the boy had come from the sun. So he created a special arrow. The boy became the arrow. Arrowmaker fitted the boy to his bow and drew it. The boy flew into the heavens. In this way, the boy traveled to the sun. The black in the back just makes it that much more vibrant with the colors in the front. So here we have an entire double page spread that's just illustrations. When the boy saw the mighty Lord, he cried, "Father, it is I, your son." "Perhaps you are my son," the Lord replied. "Perhaps you are not. You must prove yourself. You must pass through the 4 chambers of ceremony: the kiva of lions, the kiva of serpents, the kiva of bees, and the kiva of lightning." So here is his dad. It's all colorful compared to him. The boy was not afraid. "Father," he said, "I will endure these trials." So here he is, starting with the trials. So then we have a couple more pages. It's just illustrations. So the pictures just tell the story for the author. Here he is, making it through all the different trials. When the boy came from the kiva of lightning, he was transformed. He was filled with the power of the sun. So as you can see previously, it was a lot of reds and oranges and yellows. And now they're adding in some more cool colors. And this is what he looks like after the trials. So he obviously has the power of his father transferred into him rather than just being all black. The father and his son rejoiced. Now you must return to earth, my son, and bring my spirit to the world of men. So here's the father shooting him back to earth and the arrow. Once again, the boy became the arrow. When the arrow reached the earth, the boy emerged and went to the pueblo. So here he is in his transformed state. The people celebrated his return in the dance of life. So here you can see that all of the people now have bits of more vibrant colors than just the oranges and the yellows that were included before. So you can tell that he's kind of making an impact on everybody around him as well. In regards to sentence length, they just kind of kept the sentences short, and the story was to the point, not a whole lot of detail added in, which is pretty typical for picture books, and the pictures really did tell the story here. For the characters, the protagonist was obviously the boy who was searching for his father. I would say the antagonist would just be the pot maker who didn't help her, and the crop harvester who also didn't help him as well. So they just kind of added a little bit to the plot as far as denying his request to help. I want to say the protagonist is definitely a round character, because you get to understand his yearning to know his father, and also he does experience significant growth throughout the story as well. For the plot, the conflict is just kind of him persisting through all of the different people that he wanted to have help from. So he persists through them, and then when he gets to his father, he does actually face conflict as well, because his father says, you have to pass all these tests first. So pacing, I would say that it wasn't rushed, but you definitely are turning the page to kind of see if he's going to make it to where he needs to or wants to go. So it's kind of driving the story forward. So the setting is in the past. It's with the Pueblo Indians. The tension, I want to say that the tension was just mostly, again, between him and the other characters who didn't want to help him out as far as finding his father. Tone, I would say that the author definitely used an empowering tone here. You definitely wanted that protagonist to meet his dad and to, kind of wrap that all into himself and who he is as a person as well. A theme, I would say a major theme would be transformation, as well as maturity, and maturing rite of passage, even because this is definitely a rite of passage for this boy to be accepted by his fellow Pueblo Indians. So I would say accuracy isn't really applicable here, because it's just a folk tale, a fairy tale, if you will. So the illustrations, like I discussed those when we were reading them, they're very vibrant. I believe that the red just kind of all the use of red and orange and the yellow just kind of adds urgency towards him pushing forward and wanting to get where he needs to go and meeting his dad. Other than that, I would say that Caldecott books have become my favorite to do book talks on, just because you can always count on the illustrations really adding a lot of depth and imagery to the story, and this book is no exception to that rule. Thank you.